doesn't you know me? Mistaken identity, bringing us both to our knees. Come on in, relax a while, exchange that furrowed brow for a smile. The vibe is mellow, fire's warm, and we've got all we need to conjure up a storm. So this is a day, it's finally right. We're going away, traveling light. I look into your eyes, and my heart is swept away. You're the perfect holiday. Timing's right, excellent weather. My favorite time of year is when we are together. The restless world dissipates. Our destination is now perfectly clear. So this is a day, it's finally right. We're going away, traveling light. I look into your eyes, and my heart is swept away. You're the perfect holiday. Perfect holiday. Yeah, 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 yeah. Over the heartaches of yesterday's mountains, we've been through the eye of the storm. So this is a day, it's finally arrived. We're going away, traveling light. I look into your eyes, and my heart is swept away. You're the perfect holiday. Perfect holiday. Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right, everybody. Sorry about that little break. He's actually here. We're just getting him mic'd up. Again, welcome to the Eskwilax Hour, Part 2, número 78. I'm your host, Efren Martinez, the Eskwilax, where we bring you art, interviews, and news, local news. I think last week we had, was it last week we had Proyecto Jardín. I'm sorry I haven't been able to go to the Jardín, to the garden, which is like 10 minutes from the cafe, from Dronebox Labs. I've been all over the place. Got sick on Monday and took a day off yesterday, just recuperate. So, my apologies, Proyecto Jardín. I'll stop by soon. Cool. So right now we're waiting on Nigma. I think he's getting his canvas. He brought some brushes, and I'll just I'll help him out for the second hour. And it's a long drive. Remember, we're in Boyle Heights. I think, who was it? Israel last time too. He came from West LA, and he didn't time it, so we got started a little bit late too that day. But it's all good. It gave me time to share with you guys a little bit about my background, about getting my tattoos in Venice Beach, and why we have the backdrop. The skating area. No, it's this side. Yeah, this side, the skating area. Little story about that, about me and my youth. So yeah, we'll catch up with Nigma right now as soon as he walks in. We got the fan going. You guys can hear it, just so ventilates, just in case we got to use some cans, which I don't think so. He said we're not. So if you guys have some questions, remember dronebox.com. Questions, I'll answer them. Huh? Yeah. We're waiting on him. Nolan, we're kicking it with Nolan right now. Kicking it with Nolan. Kicking it. While we wait for Nigma. And are we gonna do the thing today?
Which thing?
The infomercial?
Oh, yeah, we can.
All right, so yeah, Nolan's gonna help us a little bit later. We're gonna do a little infomercial, of course, for the hats, Eskwilax Hour hats, just for fun, not to push.
Oh, you can leave them on.
Not to push these on you guys, but if you guys want to support. Yeah, like I said, I'm not pushing them, you guys. I'm just having fun with them. One of the local Boyle Heights, his name is I think Adrian. He comes to the coffee shop. He told me that this is what his business is, embroidery. I think that, sorry if I got the wrong term, yeah. But yeah, this is a nice, clean hat. Because the original one, the first one, we had the letters that were thinner. And then I asked him if he was able to do it. And then the next day, he already had it. So that's cool on his behalf that he was able to do it like right away. And that's good service right there. And hopefully once we have the website up, the eskwilaxhour.com, you guys can donate and we'll send you a hat. And I'll also have a lot of the pieces on there that we did here throughout last year. Because as you guys noticed, I haven't really done any on canvas. I think I've only done it on the actual easel, but we go by graffiti rules, Here today, gone tomorrow, because it's a spot that I share with a lot of different artists that have been on the show. Instagram busted his piece behind this one. Now I did the rhino. And next week, I think we have a group of artists coming in, and they're going to do a collab. And they're going to just kind of paint over this one. The rhino, it's here today, and it's going to be gone next week, hopefully when they come in. I think before Instagram, who was it? It was, I think it was one of mine also. I don't recall which one, because the one, whenever I want to keep a piece, I actually put like the black, not the black, but the brown paper, it's like painter's paper. The paper, I bought like a huge roll of it, because I like to work rough when it comes to like my art. And I did the rest in peace YME, of course, rest in paint. You're a cool cat. It's already been like more than a month now, or yeah, a little bit over a month that he passed away. He was supposed to come on the show, you know. R.I.P. my friend. But yeah, that's the piece I did. And then before that, I think the bird. Yeah, I think maybe the bird. The one I did with the brushes when I had one of my friends come and they were talking about their art. And I also did an Eazy-E R.I.P. piece. I have that one. That one definitely I saved it. I'm gonna work on it more, make it pop, and just kind of, you know, as a remembering. I'll frame it and I'll put it in one of the coffee shops. I'm pretty sure the one in West Adams, I'm gonna put it up there, just cause this is bigger and there's more space. Right here in Boyle Heights, you know, it's tiny, so I'm not gonna stuff that one in there. But definitely, I'm gonna work on it more. And then I have another one, the Cobra. That Cobra one it's kind of been all over the place. Cause last time when we were fixing the wall, like I ended up using it and just kind of covering that piece of the wall that was all busted and messed up with drywall. Hey, excuse me for a second, guys. So this is what he's gonna be working on today. You guys see it? Nigma. He said,
Okay, now.
yeah, and he's coming on right now. Like again, he had a little bit of a delay, but he's here with us now. So, is your mic on?
I think so, right?
Yeah, it's on. All right. So, Nigma.
Hello, everybody.
And yeah, everybody watching from home, from dronebox.com. As you guys remember, the first hour, what I did was I showed everybody your artwork, like the slideshow, and then I went over it like 3 times, just kind of like I went like my ideas of what your ideas were.
Oh, okay.
And I was saying that there was like the turtles, and they probably have symbolism. I think I saw it was like a lion cub that you had on there.
Yeah.
And I think one of them, well, the other one was like a Japanese style lettering.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was trying to like relate to it, to my thoughts, my views. So I don't know if you want to say a little bit before.
Like, about the artwork that it was just
Yeah,
shown?
yeah, like the turtles.
Okay.
Like is there
Yeah,
anything
so
behind them or?
Not really, man. It could be like a little character of a mixture of people I know, you know, because I'm trying to add like a comic behind these turtles. So kind of put them in everyday type of thing or adventure. Not quite sure, but you know,
it's a character.
Every day that character grows and expands.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So there you guys have it. It's just one of his characters. He said, you said.
It's kind of like a mixture
of people that you know, right?
Yeah,
So that's cool. All right, and there was one where it was like a human dressed as a turtle.
Oh yeah. So on that, I guess I'm trying to give my my
like
turtle
deeper?
like a little cosplay type of thing.
Yeah, all right.
So the girl was supposed to be cosplaying as my little turtle.
Cool.
So you know, probably just thinking in the future or whatever when I actually solidify the character itself.
There you guys go. You know, I was way wrong. I was talking about I didn't notice if it was a female or a guy. Yeah. I was like, it's just a person that some kind of like mood. You know, it's like moody and sitting all dark and
gray,
like
grayish.
And I think. Oh, the shells, right? Same thing. It's a character, just a symbol for you.
Yeah. So the shells would be the turtle inside of it. Yeah.
All right, cool. We're not gonna keep you waiting. The audience, if you wanna do some light painting, this is what I have. But if you have your stuff, that's cool.
Yeah, I have some oil paints I could just throw on.
Yeah.
So,
You know, you can also, since you have your mic on, if you wanna just kind of shout out to people.
Oh, okay. Shout out to everybody following me on Instagram and.
Oh yeah, that's where that's where I saw his work. on Instagram. That thing's a powerful tool if you know how to use it. So
Yeah, it is, and I appreciate everybody who follows and likes, and you know, after a while, you start noticing who's always kind of liking your stuff, and keeping track of your stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's cool. You sell your artwork from there, or?
Yeah, I sell it from there, and then I also have like a couple of like websites.
Yeah.
I sell through, so
yeah,
you order fulfillment and stuff like that. So
you want to tell people the
like
website
where to go?
Yeah.
Okay, so most of my shirts that I have, you can pick up at ges.bigcartel.com, and you'll find a lot of like Pokemon Go shirts and
I saw that.
Some like Golden Skull shirts and stuff like that. So yeah, if anybody looking to get some artwork on some shirts, just stop by the website.
Cool, man. Well, yeah, I'm glad you made it, cause.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that. Dude.
Don't worry.
I had to stay at work a little longer than expected, dude.
We all gotta work.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So right now I'm just gonna try to. I don't know if they can see. It's probably got like a
I put it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you got it, man. Yeah, so I'm probably just gonna try to add a little more detail on these areas, like the darker areas. You know, maybe this tentacle here.
Is there like a reason you use the tentacles also, or just more of characters?
You know what? Well, the title of this is Poetical Tentacle, and that's what was it? It was a lyric by Corrupt.
All right.
Yeah, and I don't know. I had already designed something similar, but with just like a stencil.
Yeah.
And I decided to make it like a little more realistic, like an actual painting. So I started putting a bunch of images together, working the sketch. And then like when I started painting, I was just gonna make the tentacles, brown, like a standard brown, or maybe like a orange or whatnot. But I ended up changing it into like different colors.
Is that the first one, or
this is the second one?
The second one, yeah, because I think in the slideshow there's one similar one.
Yeah, it's just like a stencil looking image, but yeah, let me see if I can make some orange, or this orange should be cool. Yeah, so I didn't bring my my mixing palette, so I'm just gonna mix on my.
Yeah, you just go like I always forget mine. Like I was using cardboard. Like
so
I feel like.
Oh man, I pulled the mic.
Yeah, as long as the
just clip it back on.
Yeah.
Like that.
The clip goes under.
Just kind of clip it like this.
Yeah?
I don't
know. Yeah, that's good.
Awesome. Gotta be careful. Cool. So, I forgot where we were at.
Oh, I was asked you about the tentacles. You said it's a lyric by Corrupt.
Oh, yeah. I forget the name of the song, but he mentioned Poetical Tentacle, and I was like, oh man, that'd be like the perfect name for my painting.
So you've always stayed in LA, like in the LA local, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've lived in like by Riverside.
Yeah.
In a city called Paris. I lived there for probably like a year in total, but yeah, I spent most of my life like near LA. And
when did you get into painting? Like
into painting?
Just more like canvas.
I started painting because my friend, you guys could follow him. His Instagram's Yuba_1, ONE, and he's actually the one who taught me how to paint.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He's taught me like little tricks here and there, and he's constantly painting, and we're kind of like always pushing each other to like one up the paintings and go bigger, or So he's the one who taught me how to paint. But before that, I would draw a lot on my notebook. bunch of anime. Just draw anime, like Dragon Ball Z and
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
people
that's-
started like that, watching The Simpsons, watching like
yeah, animated series or whatever, you know. And that's kind of how it started. And then my friend started showing me his little black book. He was showing me his black book. And he had like a bunch of wild style fucking graph and shit. So,
you can put the box up there if you want, so you don't have to bend over.
okay, cool. Perfect. Awesome. Is this your piece, man?
Yeah, it just last week I had like 30 minutes left, so I just kind of
Tight, man.
like 30
Looks tight.
minutes piece.
Just acrylic and spray paint and stuff.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's the
Sound-
quickest way you can go, because I know oil takes a while to dry, so I wouldn't try
Yeah,
that.
it takes a while to dry it. I mean, if you just use the oil paint
Yeah,
and like use it like really thin, it'll probably dry in
A
a
little bit
day,
faster.
like a day and a half.
yeah.
But it's not instant like acrylic. I haven't painted in acrylic in a long time.
Right now, acrylic is all I know. That's haven't sat down with the oils.
Every time I talk to anybody who paints with like just acrylics, I always tell them like at least try oil. Like once you try it and you do like a small little painting, and you realize you finished the painting in half the time you would have with acrylic. Because acrylic you have to do a lot of pre-mixing,
Yeah, you gotta.
You gotta pre-mix your colors. With oil, you do, but not a crazy amount, not as much as you would with acrylic. There's probably like techniques to limit the amount of mixing in acrylic, but I don't know them. And once I found oil, I couldn't go back to acrylic. I don't know where I left my white, so I'll use this. Oh yes, fuck, you're right. This one's it right here. So how many artists have you had up here?
A little bit over. There was one show. There was like 4 of them all at once.
Oh wow, that's cool, man.
Kind of lose count because a lot of people come on as
I guessed.
guests, and then they'll come on again as the live painters.
Oh, okay, cool, man.
And basically, yeah, we try to. If people want to come on again, more than welcome. Time it.
Okay.
Yeah, like we've had, let's see, my first guest was, I think his name was Elvis. He does surrealism.
Surrealism.
Then Yayo.
Yeah.
Yayo's always watching. He's always on the promoting the show.
Oh, cool. So you have like regulars who come by?
Yeah, and then we have Efra and Luna. He didn't paint, but he came in. He won Artist of the Advocate of the Year in Long Beach.
Oh wow.
Like he pushes the arts a lot, so
That's tight.
he came right before he won the award.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So why'd you decide to create this show, man?
It was just a crazy idea. I was just like going with it. Like, I mean, I just told the guys, "Oh, we should make a show where you can watch people do live art, or you know, mainly graffiti, because that's what I was into before."
Yeah, I saw your page, man. You have a lot of
Yeah, a lot of it is graph
Yeah.
influence.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's cool though, man. I like that. A lot of my stuff is kind of graph influenced too, man.
Yeah, because that's where I started. That's
Yeah.
so you don't have access to like.
You gotta make do with what you got, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the things I loved about graffiti, you know? Like, you use whatever you got to like write, you know, or paint or draw. Regardless, dried up markers and
Yeah, like
Crayola.
I was
Crayola
talking about decos,
markers.
decos,
Decos,
Prisma.
you know? But a lot of the time, my shit would like wear out. Prisma colors, Prisma markers, shits would wear out. I'd be using them till they're dry.
I try to put acrylic into the paint markers.
Cool. How did that work?
I mean, it would just dry them up. Like
It'll dry them up quick, huh?
yeah, it would dry.
It's
'em.
like a one-time use type of thing?
Yeah, because like once the decals were out, I was like trying to figure out how to fill them because before they didn't have all the inks and stuff. Or if they had it, they were just too expensive.
Yeah. I think the only time I actually bought like ink was with like the Copic markers. I only
Yeah.
bought
Oh, that's the name. Yeah, that's the one I was trying to figure out. I was telling the audience earlier about
the
the
Copics
different
or
markers.
Copics or
I was
whatever.
like, I couldn't remember the name. Copic, that's the name.
Yeah, Copic. I bought refills of those, but that's because the guy like he sold me on the marker. He's like, look, the marker's like $4. You know, you don't want to have to keep buying a marker every time it runs out. He's like, with the refill, it gives you 6 more marker refills
Yeah.
for that marker. So it's like you bought six markers, you know? And he's like, it made so much sense. I was like, you bastard, give me 2.
Yeah.
It's true. You just bought like a gang of markers just with 1 refill, you know? And then since I'm doing my character, he has 1 solid color.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, I'll buy the ink for that specific green. I'll never run out. And I can do stickers or paintings or whatever. I can still give shout outs and stuff, right?
Yeah. You have your mic on. You're free to basically.
Just rant.
Yeah.
Just
No, that's what the show's about. It's like the more it's about you, the better. Cause like I host it, but I want the artists to basically put themselves out there.
okay.
People to know, you know, a little bit about you and your art, the ideas.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I don't. To anybody who actually like goes and looks at my artwork, lot of my stuff kind of, I don't have like aside from the turtles, there's not like a unison to my style. You know, it kind of varies.
Yeah.
You know, there's not like, oh yeah, you can tell my style apart from like a bunch of people, you know? But like, I think like the subjects of my artwork, it's like very unique to me because I paint or I draw things that I like, things that I see, you know, like the little Japanese beetles, the rhinoceros beetles. I like those. I want to buy one.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was like, I thought it was a Hercules beetle.
Yeah, no, it's a Japanese rhinoceros beetle.
All right.
There's all kinds of them, but they're all the same family, you know. And yeah, I want one so bad, but like.
Can you import them or like?
Yeah, you can import them, and they're not that expensive, but I can't find a full grown one.
Oh.
They just sell you the little larvae, or the larva or whatever.
Yeah.
They just sell you that. And I don't want that shit. I
You
want
want
to
it
like
already-
wait. Yeah, I want it already nice and grown. So I check constantly.
Yeah, I guess I was like, Hercules beetle.
Yeah,
I guess it looks similar to it or something.
Yeah. So
'Cause
this
I used to read a lot of bug books, so that's how
Oh,
I kind of
tight.
assumed it.
Yeah, man. Oh, so yeah, just shout out to my friend Enrique. He works at a tattoo shop in Venice Beach. He's me and him have been hanging out for a long, long time.
It's funny because I was just before you got here, I was telling people about the backdrop. Can you see the backdrop? It's
Oh, Venice Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there yesterday,
Oh, tight, man.
and I was talking about the tattoos too.
Oh,
How
tight.
one of my tats came out good, and then the other one was like all jacked up.
Well, I can shoot you my friend's
yeah,
info,
yeah.
man. Check out his work. His work speaks for itself, man.
No, I was just
Check out his work and
It's just funny because that's what I was talking about. Like, it was just random.
Yeah.
So you said shout out to Enrique.
Yeah, Enrique. His Instagram's retro, RETREO tats, TATTS.
All right, shout out to Retro Tats over there.
Yeah, on Instagram. Shout out to. I had a painting that I did with somebody on Instagram from Houston. He's a photographer.
Yeah.
And he has amazing pictures, you know, and he would like some of my stuff, so I hit him up and I told him, hey, I really like this picture. I'd like to paint it.
Oh, like paint the picture here?
Yeah, like would you be willing to let me use that image to paint it? You know, kind of like a little collab between us. And he's like, yeah, go for it. So he sent me the picture and I started painting it.
Yeah.
And I actually have a video of it, like the whole time lapse process and all that on my YouTube channel.
Yo, yeah, you have YouTube. You want to tell people about that? Cause
My YouTube channel is Nigma space 32, and you should see the little turtle shell pop up. And then I have time lapse videos of this one, kind of like how it started, and the collab with the photographer. So shout out to my friend Seek the Shot, underscores in between each word.
Seek the Shot.
Yeah, Seek the Shot, SEEK.
Yeah, we'll probably tag him when we upload the photos.
Awesome. You know, I haven't seen him on Instagram in a while, but when he does like get back on there and throw more pictures,
yeah, and
pictures are crazy.
Yeah, once we upload this to YouTube too, you can basically direct people so they know where to find you and you know who you're connected with. Cause
I try to post something earlier, you know, to try to just get people, like warn them, hey, you know, I'm gonna be doing something on Friday if you want to catch it. You know.
Yeah, and
Be sure to follow the YouTube channel.
Dronebox too, dronebox.com.
Dronebox.com
is the main.
Yeah. So I'll throw the bat back up there when we're done here, so you can get another day and all that. You said it takes like a day or two or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
because it has to go to the archives, and then I download it and upload it again.
Yeah. And then you do like editing, or you did like pre-editing?
No, it's all raw. That's the thing
Oh,
about it. It's
tight.
all raw.
That's awesome.
It's all web for the web, so you know it's not the same rules as a TV. Like TV,
Oh,
you have
okay.
to,
Cool.
you can't cuss, you can't talk about certain subjects.
It's all raw. That's awesome.
Like, I think last month we had the dude from he's one of the cats from the 7th letter.
Oh, cool.
He was talking about no on Prop 64. You know, we were able to do that on here.
Oh,
It's kind of the views. And we're gonna do another show about the same,
cool. Hell yeah, man.
because it's not like I was saying in the beginning. It's like art. We have interviews, and then we have news, like local news. You know how
Cool.
Will Heights is like right now, like with the whole gentrification and
Oh, okay.
just everything.
That's awesome, man. Like, everybody kind of informed about all the stuff that,
Yeah, and that's what the show is here. Like, just kind of put a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah,
But
that's
mainly,
awesome.
yeah, it's art based. And I just trying to, whoever wants to come down, like yourself, you hop right on it. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, man. That's cool, man. I appreciate like having me on here and you taking the time out of your day to, help out other artists.
It's all good. It's kind of the idea, like what you mentioned earlier, why I started it or where,
Yeah, man.
like the guys told me that, you want to do a show? I'm like, yeah, what about a show where I do some graffiti or bring other graffiti artists?
Yeah.
At one point, I want to do like art battles where people can vote live,
that'd be cool, man.
like 2 people, and then like just they can go at it for like I don't know an hour and a half, and people will go online, they can vote and be like, oh, this guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be dope, dude.
But all of that is in the works. It's just a matter of getting everybody at the same place at the same time, just kind of collaborating.
Yeah,
all
man.
on
Well,
the same page.
I mean, I know some artists, man, that'd be down
Yeah.
to do this stuff, man. Like my homie Yuba, probably he's out in Amsterdam right now
Nice.
working, but he'll be back in like November or December or whatever, and we could probably do like a collab. Me
Yeah.
and him do like a collab painting.
Yeah, this is the easel we use, but if you're able to bring in like something bigger and then we could cover the floor enough,
Yeah,
we could go bigger. We can
Yeah.
set it up.
that'd be cool, man. It'd be cool. Sorry about like it taking so long though, cause
No worries.
you know,
No, yeah, it's,
if we do something like big like that, I can just take the day off.
yeah,
Yeah, this way we can
whichever is,
set up with
best.
time. Yeah,
That's why I like to have people come in like once and then just kind of get the feel and see.
and then like start brainstorming,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think it's kind of getting there. Let me see, what else can I talk about? So this is just one part of the piece.
Oh, it's like
Yeah, so this is a 2-part painting. You have this, it's brushed metal, so that's why it kind of looks, kind of metallic-y. So it's kind of like brushed metal. And then on top of this, I have a stained glass piece.
yeah.
So it's a bunch of stained glass cut out, and it
Like
perfectly
around her?
forms around her.
Oh, nice.
And then there's a glass over her. So when I'm done painting it, that'll go on top, and then it'll get framed.
And then you buy the glass or you make all of it?
Yeah, I had to buy the glass, cut it, weld it,
Yeah.
design it, to fit the painting, and
Nice.
kind of looks a little, this is where I had them together just to test it out.
You got art shows coming up?
Yeah, actually,
Or
I have.
exhibits?
I have Anime Impulse in January. That's gonna be at the Staples Center. So I'm gonna be in the Artist Alley, selling, just shirts and prints and stuff like that.
Just putting it out there, right?
Yeah, I'll definitely post it up and inform people like You know, usually when people stop by, like at shows like that, I always kind of give them like stickers or free stuff because, you know, I really appreciate, you know, people from my Instagram going out there and taking the time to stop by, you know, especially at conventions. They get, you know, you're trying to see everything you want to see first, so.
And is that the first time you've done it?
No, actually, I did it. I did Anime Expo this year at the Staples Center as well, and I did Designer Con last year, and that's in Pasadena, or I think Pasadena.
I've heard of Designer Con. We had this dude come on. He's a friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
His name, he does Enki skulls.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I don't know if you've heard of him.
Maybe.
But yeah, they do. I think they're the ones that mentioned that they were doing Designer Con.
Yeah, it's honestly, if you're willing, if you think you're at the point where you kind of want to put yourself out there, but you're afraid to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not sure if you're gonna get it back or whatnot. You know, especially if you have a lot of like just original work. You know, not like anime related or whatever. I suggest you go with Designer Con. You know, because it's like I think it's like $300 for like the table for 2 days.
Yeah, it's like the norm. Like, it's expensive. Well, not. It's like you said. It's what you're investing is what you're gonna get out of it.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna break even or just.
You know, but that's good because it's not as stressful, man. It's not as stressful. Go in there like, hey, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna spend these $300, and I'm not gonna get these $300 back. This way, even, you know, if you go in there expecting to get the $300 back, especially if you're just starting and you don't get it,
yeah,
you're gonna end up like psyching yourself out, you know?
Like you're not good enough or something.
Yeah, like, oh shit. Then you start doubting your artwork, which is
That's
dumb.
the worst. That's the worst when you start doubting it.
Yeah, when you start doubting it, it's like, nah, don't do that. So just go in there thinking, hey, this is $300 I'm gonna throw away for my artwork.
Yeah.
You know, but you're not gonna get it back.
Like, invest in it, you know?
Yeah. Like, hey, I'm gonna take $300 and that's towards my artwork regardless.
Because you might also end up meeting like someone you can collaborate with.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. You meet a bunch of like artists and you start networking with artists.
Yeah, networking, that's the word. Yeah, networking.
Yeah, oh, which reminds me, man, shout out to G-Monic in San Diego, and all my homies in San Diego, Diabolical Minds in Tijuana. I met these guys at a group art show in San Diego.
Yeah.
And that was my first gallery show. My first gallery show. So yeah, shout outs to those guys, you know. I'll if anything, I'll like post up all their links and stuff. If you guys want to check them out. Amazing work. I don't know. I think all this little clash of colors make it look kind of cool. Just a bunch of different colors, different areas.
This is a good way for people to know, what you're all about.
Yeah, just.
And you mainly stay like mid-city or?
Oh, I live in the city of Whittier.
Because what I saw was like you were the Graph Lab. I don't know if those are recent.
Oh yeah, no, you know what? I work a lot with the Graph Lab. Shout out to the Graph Lab as well. Yeah. I actually have a mural there. If anybody's in the area and stops by the Graph Lab, I have a mural with a bunch of bees and a flower.
That was recent, right?
Yeah, it was probably in the slideshow. It's like a bunch of bees and flowers. Yeah, and that was the Graph Lab, you know. And yeah, we do a bunch of stuff. Like sometimes they'll have like shows. Like they hit me up if I want to do like a live painting. So I've done live painting for the Graph Lab before. I did that mural.
It's a good spot for especially youngsters.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're doing it, but
Nah, you just honestly you go there to practice your can control. I think that's what you do it for. You know, the picture, you can control, and like push yourself.
Like such yourself, like you have how you can skills. Pretty sure the youngsters are like, man, I could do that.
Yeah.
Cause I know I did. Like I went there and I was seeing like all the older cats.
Yeah, you see a bunch of cool ass dudes painting. Yeah, even I go in there, man. I go in there like, oh shit, that motherfucker can do some sick lines, and I'm over there fucking cleaning up my lines and all that shit. Spending like half a can cleaning up one stupid ass line. You know, I still do.
Part of the journey.
Yeah, you know. So you go in there and somebody else is like got their style down, and you know, you admire that as an artist. You admire because you know how hard it is to get to that point. You know.
Yeah, and the whole thing is you just keep learning and learning.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. That's kind of sometimes why I like doing a bunch of like different stuff I've never tried before.
Yeah.
Like with paintings and stuff like that. Cause like trying to get it to how I'm imagining it, and I don't know exactly the plan. That's like half the fun. Half of the fun of trying to figure it out. Oh no, I don't like that color. I'm gonna change the color. You know, that's why I like painting a lot too. You can move and paint over and clean up, and you know.
Well, what I learned from a lot of artists is we're perfectionists. Like you never seem to finish it. You're always a man.
Oh yeah.
Do this. I can do like this. But you like I honestly I'm like it's hard for me to be satisfied with like how it ends up.
Yeah.
Somebody can look at me like, oh, that's dope. I'm like, no.
It's not how I'm. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, man. Because you'll see it and you know exactly what's missing, what's wrong with it, even if other people don't. But that's because you've spent so many hours on it, so many days, you know, on it, so you know what's wrong with it. Other people, they'll look at it and they won't, you know, they'll.
They're just looking at somewhat final.
Yeah, like.
But you're just like, man, this needs more work.
Way more work, you know. Yep.
How long have you been painting?
Probably 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah. Painting 4 years. Oil, 3 years. Oil, 3 years. Yeah, because I started with acrylic probably like 4 years ago. We're going on 5. Yeah. But graffiti and all that, and on my anime days, I don't know, probably since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick up. So it's like the art of the streets is what you see.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I just see him like, man, I was there.
Yeah.
And then that's how I went to paint canvas. Cause I saw canvas that and I'm like, man, I want to do that.
Huh. Yeah, man. Somebody asked me today, like if I painted every day. And I don't paint every day, but I try to at least do something art related every day. Even if it's small, a little doodle, little sketch, something, you know? Regardless of what it is, just something art related. Even if it's sitting there and studying somebody's artwork or studying anatomy or whatever, something small, just something 2 minutes, 5 minutes or whatever. And, you know, I try to do something art related. it's just, it's kind of my little world, you know? Yeah, you draw on a napkin or whatever. Or you'll have times when you're sitting there and you're planning out a painting or a sketch in your head.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta get paper or something quick before I forget it. Yeah. You know?
This one you have a you have a sketch for this one? Not a sketch, but like a different, the first thing.
Oh, like preliminary sketches? I have a bunch of sketches, but not like this exact one, you know? It's a bunch of different ideas.
Yeah, until I started talking to other artists, I didn't know that. Like, you go from one to one. Because I'm self-taught, so like, man, like the main one is the only one I do. But
Yeah.
my friend's like, no, you gotta do your main, like, what you said, preliminary?
Yeah, preliminary.
Yeah, and he's like, because that's how you plan it.
Yeah.
Your, you know, what paint you're gonna use, how big you want it.
Yeah. It's like organization.
Yeah.
You want to organize your thoughts, your ideas before you start throwing stuff on there, because then you have this sloppy looking, you know, bulky. Yeah. You kind of, if you study it a little bit, just a little bit, like this has got to go here, this has got to go here. It makes it easier when you actually go on there and you know exactly where it's gonna go where. You develop like a little confidence after you've done so many sketches, you know. Now you know exactly how this shape's gonna look because you've done it 4 or 5 times already, you know.
Throw it on.
Yeah, not just throw it on there and try to fix it and try to, you know, and see if that works. If you don't have to come back and fix it again, you know.
Sounds like beer.
Dude, but that's how you learn, man.
So yeah, so again, you work with the Graph Lab. That's good. You say you've done shows right there, or
Yeah, I've
I know
done
they have,
shows
like,
with them, like at other places,
Yeah.
like UCLA, little concert, or like universities or whatever. But yeah, the person in charge there, Ricky,
yeah,
he's pretty cool. He's always kind of offering me work. You
that's
know?
good, man.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that, you know. The more work I get, the more I can, you know.
Especially if it's art related.
Yeah.
You get to
know?
practice. You get to show
Yeah.
some skills.
And I mean, I don't really charge them, you know. I don't really charge them or anything. So he hooks it up with a bunch of like canvases and stuff like that. So, you know, I went and I painted the mural just out of my own paint, you know.
Yeah, because that stuff gets expensive after.
It gets expensive. I had a bunch of paint, you know. The wall's there. Why not, you know? Help him out, and then I know later on he'll help me out, give me like a canvas or whatever, you know, or another wall should be better.
The wall, man.
Yeah. So if anybody has walls, you know, they like painted, I'm open to do murals and all that.
There you go.
So,
Yeah, put it out there, man.
Yeah,
The more
definitely.
info you put out there, the more people can get a hold of you.
Yeah, I'm actually currently working on a mural in Pomona at Mi Havana Cigars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I said that. I think I saw it on your Instagram, and I mentioned it.
Yeah. So
like-
I'm doing a big mural there.
How big is it? What's the space?
I think it's like 30 feet
Yeah.
by like maybe 6 feet or something.
Yeah.
It's just it seems bigger to me because I'm oil painting on it.
Oh, it's oil paint.
It's all oil paint.
Yeah, that's
You know,
vivid.
no spray can, no. I'll try to use some roller paint just because oil paint's expensive.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to do all the major parts in just oil. You know, like there's this vibrance to the color if you just throw oil paint on there.
It's a challenge too, man. That's
Yeah, it's so much fun, man. Like this big of an area. It's like the lady's head.
the
or
lady.
whatever.
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah,
lady.
so that's just like, I don't know. Mixing is so much easier, and I like it, man. I really, really do. If I can oil paint, if I had like the resources to oil paint on nothing but walls,
Like a huge
that's
mural.
all I do, man.
A mural and oil paint.
Yeah, just oil paint on a wall. These are all ideas I definitely want to do, man. Oh, so to talk about the mural at the Graph Lab, I decided to paint a bunch of bees holding like painting supplies,
All right.
like a little roller. One's holding a little spray can. One's holding a bucket of paint. And then at the bottom is like a giant rose out of a bunch of
Yeah, I
different
saw the
colors.
rose. Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of different colors, kind of like a mixture of paint, And I decided to do that because kind of wanted to give a little bit of a awareness on the situation of like honeybees, how it's like the smallest population they've had in their entire existence,
Yeah, I read up on that.
Yeah, and like people don't know why. I mean, there's a lot of ideas why. And
Well, last week apparently they sprayed for some mosquitoes somewhere, and like they ended up killing the bees.
a bunch of bees, yeah. A lot of it is chemical related. But
And like you said, that's not a good thing, cause
so I'd put like "Save the Bees" on the
Yeah.
side of the mural, and the Graph Lab or whatever. But hopefully that can get like people a little bit thinking about like, hey, why are we trying to save the bees? Let me Google it. Or,
not just people, but just future generations that will see it.
I thought that would be pretty cool, So
Yeah, we
hopefully
need
at
to
one or
stop.
two people thinking about it, I did my job.
The message.
Yep.
Well, we got like. Yeah. So
Cool.
I want to thank Nigma for being here.
Oh, thank you.
This.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you guys. The Eskwilax Hour, episode 78. Nigma and his art piece. You guys can find them on Instagram, and we'll link that up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
shiny. Bye.
See you guys next
Thank
week.
you. Awesome, man.
You wanna turn off your mic?
Cool. Yeah, I don't want to.
Nine times out of 10, you find you're at the start again. And 9 times out of 10, you shake your head.